Attention, inhabitants of Earth, disembodied spirits, transdimensional beings, the CIA, the NSA, the Atlanta Braves, and everyone else. Welcome to I'll Ask the Questions. I'll be your host and Grand Quizler, Bryce Brizzle McKnight. I have formed a panel of experts who will help me answer the who, what, where, when, and how of our shared existence. Each week, they will provide the answers, and I'll ask the questions. Let's meet our panel of experts. Ricky, Cool Breeze Grassy.
I'm gonna need to see your dicks.
Mike, Big Dog Bauer.
That wasn't a dream about wanting to see you guys' dicks.
Roger, Motherfucker Jones.
That's my penis.
Brad, OG Champ Keeper.
I love poop jokes.
Kevin, Sea-Dog Wilcox.
And that's why he looks like a giant scrotum.
Yeah. And of course, our special guest, Justin Red Dog McKnight.
Especially because I personally am a fart ventriloquist.
I like Beast Pizza.
Yeah, it's good.
They
Have you had
they
this
good
one yet?
wings. No, I haven't been to the.
I haven't either,
Yeah, haven't been there yet.
but I will be after the show.
Where are you going?
Which starts now. This is episode 9, everybody.
Yeah.
This is an actual hourglass. This just gives me an idea of how much bullshit we've actually consumed.
Cool.
I like to think of this show as the happy bullshit you want to listen to contrast the actual bullshit that's going on in the world. So you want to forget about that for about an hour or so. When this thing runs out, you can go back to the bullshit that
Back to
Just
reality.
get up and walk away.
reality.
All right.
I feel
So-
less pissed.
I feel a little happier now.
All right.
Nice and relaxed, you know.
Accomplished.
Accomplished.
Nice.
We're back at it, doing it again. I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna say hi to the experts today. We got who is Brad, OG Champ Keepers.
Sir.
What?
Hello.
Ricky,
OG.
Cool Breeze, Grassy.
Greetings.
Ricky.
When is Kevin Sea-Dog Wilcox?
Glad to be back.
And the where
Sea-Dog.
question goes to Kristen.
Christian.
Kristen.
Christian.
She is a Christian.
Am I?
now.
She is not a.
Kristen, Kristen.
Maybe she's the opposite of Christian.
Was that a jab because you're on your knees a lot?
No.
No, that's not what I
Cleaning.
No.
Not what I was
Cleaning.
He's like,
While she's cleaning.
my wife watches this. I don't know.
That was good.
Kristen, what's your nickname?
BTSG.
Okay.
What does that stand for?
I'll ask the questions. What does that stand for?
Roger.
Big titty smell good.
Big titties smell good?
BTSG.
You didn't know that?
No.
Shut up.
Your nickname is Big Titties Smell Good?
Big titty.
Big Titty.
All from
Smell
Isn't
good.
that
Okay.
Who gave you?
JR.
JR?
JR
gave
gave you
Yeah.
that nickname?
Literally, that's all I knew you asked for
Yes.
like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, there's BTSG.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is one of our OG fans.
Oh, yeah.
OG
You.
fans.
The guy who gave you your nickname.
Oh, JR from
JR?
No,
Anesthesia.
across the street.
Yeah.
He's an anesthesia tech.
Yeah.
Is he the black guy?
No.
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 Is he the guy that got caught with a prostitute?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And on our
No,
house.
I don't know.
So there goes the first edit of episode 9.
What? He did, right?
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, like
To
and
find out
subscribe.
more.
To find out.
Look for the link.
Was I not
really
supposed
got-
to say that?
He really got caught with the
No.
prostitute? Oh.
Oh.
No.
Was that somebody else?
He's the older guy.
Oh.
Yeah. I know you've seen him around. He's an old crotchety bastard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, our
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, now you know.
Yep, I do know. Okay.
Our how
That's
question
me.
goes to
Well, yeah,
RMFJ. RMFJ, say hello.
Hello, everybody. Good to be here.
Hey,
Nice.
Raj.
What do you guys think of my shades? Can you see my eyes? Cause
I cannot see them.
No.
All
I
right.
cannot see how red or slanted they are. Or cross-eyed.
Oh, you look good.
Right, no, put them back on. Raj.
Okay.
I like them.
I'm good.
Yeah.
You
No,
look
I
good,
can't
Raj.
see where you're looking.
And last but not least, we have our special guest who's working on a puzzle which has how many pieces, Justin? Is your puzzle?
500 this time. I've gone half.
That's Justin
Like
Red Dog
halfway
McKnight,
down.
everybody.
Okay.
All right, cool.
I've halved it.
You've halved it, so it's giving you much better chance of finishing the season. It looks like you've gotten
I
a
feel-
lot further along this time around.
I
than
feel
you
like
did
I'm in a
before.
good zone right now. I'm in a
Good.
good spot.
Can we
Good,
see
good,
the
good.
picture of the puzzle?
I'll
Yeah.
ask questions.
Oh, excuse me.
Thank you.
Pumpkin
Pumpkin
Ghost
Ghost House, Halloween.
Oh,
Pumpkin Ghost House. It's
Festive.
in honor of Halloween.
It is pumpkin season, that's for sure.
It is pumpkin season right now.
It's fitting.
You know, Justin kind of looks like a pumpkin.
He looks like
Thank you.
a pumpkin eater.
I actually.
Justin went as a
actually was a
pumpkin as a
pumpkin.
little kid. It was hilarious.
Oh, but that was great.
I was.
Yeah, when he was like, what, 2 or
Last year?
3? He
Oh.
put him in a little
Yeah.
stuffed pumpkin
I was
outfit.
like, yeah,
And then yesterday,
Last Halloween?
pumpkin me up.
last year, he does that every year. Like his dream is every night. It's the same dream, which you can see here. wherever I put the link to it.
Right here.
Oh, there, Ricky's got it.
Yeah, it's right here, everybody.
Right. So let's open up the show with stories. The story I'm going to start with takes place when I was probably, how old were we? You were probably 9, weren't you? And I was probably 16 when we bought that lizard.
Yes.
We talked my dad into
Yes.
taking us to this reptile shop. Him and I have always been into reptiles. It's fascinated with snakes, lizards, and things like that. We go out in the Florida woods and catch them and keep them for a day, let them go.
Very much.
Well, we got the idea we wanted an Asian water monitor one time, and we knew this place close to us that was selling some, and they also had boas and pythons, and we talked my dad into getting probably about that big lizard Asian water monitor. And we've heard, the guy was telling us, yeah, you get these, they're tame. You can get them eating pinky mice out of your pocket. You can walk them on a leash when they get big, and they get like 6 feet long and like 80, 100 pounds. So we're like, that would be a cool
Perfect home
to
pet.
have. What teenage kid wouldn't
Absolutely.
want that, right?
Right.
So we get this thing. My dad gets it. We bring it home, and we find out this thing is like not as tame as it was in the store. We get it out of its little crate, and
gotta
like we
taste
had
of
set up this little area for it to put it in, and we're taking it out of this crate, and it bolts like lightning across the room and disappears behind the dresser. And we're like, what the hell do we do now? So like we go over there, we're trying to get it, we're trying to corner it so it doesn't go anywhere else. And then we're trying to grab it, and this thing's like hitting us with its tail, like trying to scratch us with its talon-like claws. And so finally my mom's in there, and she's the big reptile expert all of a sudden. And she's like, I'll get this thing. Let me go grab this thing. So she reaches down and gets
She might
it.
have had a few in her.
And she's like, see, yeah, that's a good point, Justin. I think we've established that my mother is an alcoholic. You can see that link here.
Great.
But anyway, she picks this thing up and she's petting it, and she's like, see, this is how you hold it. And it was being calm for a little bit, and then it kind of looks at her, and she's looking at it, and it latches onto the end of her finger and will not let go, like a freaking pit bull. There's blood going everywhere. This thing's flailing. My mom is screaming. We finally grab it and get it off, and there's just blood spurting everywhere. And so we take her to the hospital. This thing had lacerated her extensor tendon in the back, so she couldn't do this. She had to have surgery, and her finger's still like this now. And so that's the story of the Asian water monitor.
It's
that
tasted blood.
Jesus.
turns out was actually a Nile water monitor, which is a big
Are they worse?
distinction.
Whole
Yes,
different.
because the Niles, or the Asian ones, really tame supposedly in captivity very easily, where the Niles are just dicks their entire life, pretty much. You really have to work
And
with
how
them.
long did you have?
We had it probably a day or two.
2
days.
Yeah.
2 days.
After mom's incident?
Once
48
once
hours
that
max.
thing latched on, that was the end of that. We called that guy up. She's screaming at this guy, how dare you sell this to my kids? And he's like, well, I sold it to your husband, ma'am. And she's like, oh, well, he's a kid too, And so this guy comes on his Harley Davidson.
In
to
a
pick
Harley.
This,
Yeah.
on a Harley to pick it
fucking
up,
Harley.
puts it in a pillowcase, ties it off, puts it in his saddlebag, drives back to the store.
Wow.
What was
That's
its
my
name?
Wow.
That beats the
I'll ask the question.
Yeah.
We named it Godzilla.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
It was Asian.
One more thing.
we thought it was Asian.
Hey.
That was the thinking, Brad. So good.
Gojira! Love the racism. Love
So
it.
one more question.
Mild
I have-
racism.
One more question I have from that
Mild.
story is, what's a pinky mouse?
What's a pinky mouse is a baby mouse.
Would you
without-
like to see it?
Yes.
God damn it.
On the table.
Actually, it's an index finger mouse to be. Sorry. What's a pinky
Give
mouse?
yourself credit, huh? Way to go, Roger.
What's a pinky mouse?
Pinky mouse is a baby mouse without hair. Like they don't get hair, so they're pink.
Did you ever watch the show Pinky and the Brain?
Oh,
There's
I'll ask questions.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
watch
No
Pinky and the
shit,
Mouse?
really?
Pinky Mouse.
Oh.
No shit,
that's,
really?
That's really a mouse.
This is getting old.
You're so
don't you think?
smart.
Like, screw this duck.
That's really a thing. It's a pinky mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, they call them pinkies.
Interesting, because they're
Yeah.
just baby mice that are pink.
Yeah, they just
Okay,
don't have hair,
alright.
so
Yeah.
they're
Yeah, I
pink,
got
like their
pinky
skin.
mice.
And that's
Gotcha.
what they are.
Brad knows a lot
They're
of
bred to be
stuff.
food.
Brad does know a lot of stuff, and we're going to find out what his story is right now. Brad, what is your story?
I'll piggyback off yours, and then I'll go into what I had originally
All right.
planned. So you,
We got that much time left.
I had a random buddy. It was like my birthday, and he bought me an Empire, those Empire scorpions.
Yeah, the big.
And he
thick
just
ones.
was like he was
the
like
black ones?
yeah, it's like massive, like the
Yeah,
size
yeah,
of my
yeah,
fist.
yeah.
I go, I don't want that.
Yeah,
Why not,
no.
Brad?
I don't want that. So we took it back, and I got store credit for it. Anyways,
Did you have your frogs at that point?
they were still alive.
See previous episode.
Thanks, Roger.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyways,
We back in late teens, early 20s, we had this one buddy named Tommy, and we liked to sign him up for karate classes. So anytime we were driving around town and we saw a karate place, we would go in and sign him up.
did you like seeing him get beat up, or
No, because we enjoyed hanging out with him and him getting the phone call from the dojo or whatever, and him
Okay.
and having to explain to them that he'd never signed up for it.
Did he ever catch on that it was
like
you
ordering?
guys?
No,
Okay.
but he didn't understand why these dojos kept calling him. I was like, dude, it must be a sign. You should probably get into kung fu or whatever.
Naturally talented.
And so this went on for a good couple of years. You just would get random phone calls from time to time when we would find a new one would pop up and we'd sign him up, and
So he's
we
stupid.
thought it was hilarious. I don't still to this day I don't think we ever told him. So if you're watching, Tommy,
Tommy's
You're an idiot.
either that or a black belt that'll whoop everybody's ass.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
just
yeah.
say,
He knows every martial art there is at this
at
point.
this point, yeah, he's like a kung fu
He's
master.
got
Howdy,
that
or sensei.
5-finger death punch or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sweep the
Paul,
leg.
they taught
Yeah.
you the 5 finger.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's classic.
Of course he did.
Nice. All right. Cool. Ricky.
I know the 5-finger death punch.
Yeah? Is that how you met your wife?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how
There
he
you
gets
go.
them. Ricky, what's your story?
When I was like 5 years old, we were living in Plymouth, Massachusetts, and that's not relevant. But
Thank you.
my mom and dad used to go on like these big motorcycle tours.
Cool.
Like big trips. They'd go to like DC.
Did
and,
they
like,
have like Harleys, like big touring
They,
Harleys?
they
or
had like a
BMW?
big. They had a big full dress Harley,
Sweet.
right, with the hard bags on it. It was like 800 and something pounds.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Big bike. So my dad always drove. My mom was always on the back. And then one day, my mom's like, "I want my own bike. Like, I'm gonna get into this and learn how to ride." So they bought her a big full dress Harley,
Cool.
and she was practicing. She didn't go to like motorcycle school or anything.
Mm.
She's practicing, and she gets the bright idea. My dad's at work one day that she's gonna practice in the backyard
All right.
on the grass,
Seems strange.
which is an interesting sort of whatever. And I'm like 4 at this point. And she's like, "All right, sit on the deck. I'm gonna be like doing turns and stuff in the grass." Long story short, my mom drives her full dress Harley straight into the neighbor's house.
Oh, wow.
Like they had these big French doors on the side. She hit them, boom,
Into the house?
into the house. She goes into the fucking house,
Man.
breaks her femur
Holy crap.
mid shaft.
Oh, God.
She's got the motorcycle on top of her.
Wow.
And I'm sitting there and I'm watching, and the neighbors aren't home, and she's yelling, and she's like, Ricky, come over here. And I don't really know what to do, and I'm like kind of afraid. So I run into the house and I get the phone off the hook. And I don't know why, but I call my grandma. So I call grandma and I'm like, "Mommy's hurt."
Okay.
And I don't know what to do. And they're like, "Tell me what happened." I'm like, "Mommy drove her motorcycle into the neighbor's house." And she went, "Okay." And then I just remember hanging up the phone and trying to make a sandwich in the kitchen.
Okay. While your
Like,
mom's got
while my mom, and I can hear her screaming, but I like don't know how to deal. Like I'm not mature enough to
like
deal
it.
with the situation.
This is your first experience at stress eating.
Yes. And I'm like, I don't know
Excellent.
what to do. And I'm like, I'll make a sandwich, I guess.
PB&J sounds good right
Next
about
thing, and
now.
my dad's a cop, by the way.
Okay.
So like next thing I know, like the call must have gone out. Cops show up. My dad shows up, and I'm like watching through the window, and they're like pulling the bike off my mom, and I'm just sitting there.
You're an only child, right?
Just so I have
I'll
a,
ask the question.
I
Sorry.
have an older brother. I have an older brother, but he's half black, so they got rid of him real quick.
Oh, right.
Wow.
He was not in the home from a very young age. He was well removed.
Wait, I think you should have gone with that story.
I want to hear
Don't-
that story.
I
Wait
can
a
tell
minute.
that story.
Okay, well, maybe next week.
Yeah. So my dad comes over and he's like, "Buddy, why didn't you help your mom. And I just remember looking at him and going, she was just yelling really loud. And I just didn't want to deal with that.
Didn't want to get yelled at more.
Did not
Because
want to.
I was hungry.
And he went, so you made a fucking sandwich? And I went, yeah,
Yeah.
I did. Anyway, they ended up selling that bike. My mom broke her leg. She was in a big hard cast for a long time, and
Wow.
she never got back on a bike. And I was never trusted with anything ever again
Or
until
to-
this day.
Or to be left alone with your mother ever
And
again.
never again. Even now, she's like, she was like, please put me in a home because you won't fucking take care of me.
That's great. I got a story where my grandfather bought a motorcycle without my grandmother knowing, because he knew my grandmother would never go for it. So she volunteered down at the center, you know, like a thrift store type of thing. And she'd go down there to work every day, and he'd get on the motorcycle and ride around town and put it back in the shed. And she had no idea for a long time he had a motorcycle, until one day he's out riding his motorcycle and he bites it and ends up breaking his ankle. And she gets a call from the hospital saying, what would you like us to do with your husband? He's here, patient number, blah, 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 room number 111. Yeah, he was out, you know, crashed his motorcycle, or, you know, you want to come see him? She's like, no, just leave him there.
Yeah, put him down.
Nice.
I don't want to see him ever again.
Put him down.
That was
Put him
his
down.
motorcycle story. I thought that was pretty
Damn,
good.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So be honest with your spouse. I think we can extract that from maybe.
I don't have a motorcycle.
Okay.
I just sold my motorcycle.
Did you
I
sell it
did,
finally?
Yeah.
Sad
Okay.
day.
And I'm glad I did. No, it was
Really?
It was the right thing.
It was time.
Yeah.
You gonna replace it with a boat that you're gonna want to sell in the next 6
I
months?
keep saying that I'm going to buy a boat. I've been saying that for.
You don't want a boat.
I'd love to have a boat.
You know what
It's
you
a
want to
pain in
do?
the
You want
ass.
Bryce to buy a boat.
No, I want him to have the
Exactly.
boat.
Friends with boats.
Yeah, you don't
Definitely
want
want
the
a
boat.
friend with a boat.
Friend was a boat.
Yeah.
Good tip.
All right, so if I get a boat, you guys go with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
All
we
right.
want you to get a boat.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll rent my boat
Absolutely.
out to you.
You got a boat?
You have a boat?
Well,
Wait, really?
what kind of boat?
I don't know. My husband and daughter tow it to
See,
fucking Canada
typical,
every
what, you know,
once a
they
year.
tow it to Canada.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Is it a crab boat?
No, it's not a crab boat. I don't know what
So
kind
it's a
of boat.
big ass boat?
I don't know. I don't know.
Just
You'll
'cause
ask
of
the
all
questions.
the questions. I just thought I'd let you all get them on now and then just do it a bunch of times. Maybe I'll ask the questions. Damn it,
I don't know what kind of boat it is.
All right, never mind.
I don't
Kevin.
know.
What's your story?
Oh, well, this is the next story.
Okay.
We were living together and decided
her
to
name?
do
What's her name?
bitch. And we decide to
First and last name, please.
do
Mrs. Bitch.
yeah, no,
No,
not
no,
Mrs.
Mrs.
To do errands, and one of 'em, on my day off, which I didn't know I was doing, and we go to Home Depot, and we had to go to the flower section, garden section, and if you're familiar with Home Depot, you know if you point in that direction, the strip mall area where the Pizza Hut and the
Yeah, yeah.
Michaels and all that stuff is right by it, so you can kind of come out that way,
Sure.
instead of having to turn. So she's got this F-250
Big Ford
raised
pickup.
huge. I don't know how she afforded it. And we get whatever we had to get, and we go to leave, and we go that direction. And so we're looking at US 1, and so you got the Taco Bell on one side
Yep.
and the
Gotcha.
Wendy's on the other.
Yep.
So we're going to turn left. The light's red, and we're up front, and there's 2 lanes, so we're in a left-hand lane. So light turns green, and it's green for the other people coming this direction as well. So the rule of the road is left turn yields a right away.
Unless you have a protected right.
Well, she didn't yield, and this guy came out, and he wanted to turn right and obviously get on the island. He got into our, and she started screaming at him and honking at him. The fingers were going out the window, and
She's got big truck attitude too.
she's like this tall. And
BTA.
I very quietly said to him, pretty much myself, he had the right of way. And from screaming at him to screaming at me without even missing a breath.
Seamless transition.
Oh my gosh, it was. I was like, I'm just gonna get out while the truck's still moving. I'm fucking tired of this.
Tuck and roll.
I'm
you
always.
really?
I wanted to.
Oh,
It was
Jesus
right there at
Christ.
that intersection. But
You went home and pleasure her.
yeah, we pull into the next place.
Can't figure out why that marriage didn't
there's
last.
anger there. That's I don't.
Deep-seated.
But
You could always kill her.
yeah, as long as she's riding a bike. But then, as in this episode that we'll see over here,
That's the killing. This is what Kevin does to bicyclists.
right. So a couple days later, I'm getting ready to go to Lowe's for whatever reason, and it takes her like 3 hours to get out of the house. I was just going to go by myself, and she's like, "Wait a minute, I want to talk to you." And she said something about, "Do you know why I was so mad at you the other day?" And again, by this time, I'm kind of over it. And I just said, what's one day make a difference to the next? Because I'm always fucking wrong anyway.
Oh.
And she's like, right there, that's that attitude. And she just went off. And I was like, she's like, you never back me up. You never believe me and whatever. And I was like, all right, if I'm wrong, I'm 100% sorry. But I don't think I'm wrong. So I changed my thing. So I went to Home Depot anyway.
That's how you want to do it.
That's a great
The
way.
best apology ever.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I'm not wrong.
yeah. Well,
I'm not.
so, street signs and everything, they're the same all over the country. So I decided to go out that direction instead of going to Lowe's. I went to Home Depot and came out that direction. And there's 2 dedicated lanes. One's a dedicated right-hand turn lane, and the other one is straight or left with no arrow. And so I wasn't wrong. So I'm carrying this with me, and I went to work with it.
Still carrying
Oh,
it with me.
man.
This is
And I was pissed, and it still gets me angry. And everybody was saying, let it go. Just let it go. And Mike Ruckton said, Kevin, you got 2 options. You can be right or you can be happy. And I said,
I want to
Oh,
be right.
This guy
but I'm
said-
wrong.
You got his number? He could be a good expert for this show.
He could be. I said, well, I hate
Sage
being
advice.
wrong all the time. I'm definitely not happy, but that's my story.
Good. Well, I hope this
So-
show helps you deal with such deep-seated
Resentment and
Yeah,
hatred.
hate.
I tell people all the time, if you think you're having a hard time with your spouse, let me know, and I'll
Yeah,
tell you a
go
story.
talk to Kevin for 5
and
minutes.
you will feel better.
It'll make
You'll
you
be
feel
like,
great
oh,
about your
All right.
life.
Thanks,
Yeah.
C-Dog.
Women bikes in traffic, man.
yeah.
And how to win arguments. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but
I'm not.
But I'm not.
I was pretty sure I wasn't wrong, and I wasn't. So,
Kristen, do you have a story for us?
I don't.
Can you
I
just
was
dig-
put on the spot.
Yeah.
I know. I
It's
apologize
tough.
for that. We
Yeah.
really appreciate you
you
being
can
here.
tell that. How you
I'm
got
gonna
here.
skip you and go to Roger. Maybe you can think of one
That's
in the
fine.
meantime.
No, go on.
Roger,
done
what is
cocaine?
your
So,
story?
I had some buddies from Oklahoma here last week,
Yeah.
and he was my partner at IMSA,
Okay.
and
Which
I-
is
Emergency Medical Services Authority. It's the
Continue.
It's the ambulance and service in Oklahoma City.
Right.
And he and I were partners for 5 years or so. Anytime we get together, we start trading war stories, and he remembers them different. I remember them different than he does. And I asked him, I said, hey, man, you ever have any dreams about that? Like you've got the ambulance parked outside, but it's stolen, but you're still working for it. He's like, no, I don't have any of those dreams. And I'm like, well, did you ever dream back about those people that, you're kind of haunted by them? He's like, no. Dude, I learned I have PTSD. It's got to be PTSD.
You think so?
You think
I
so?
do, because it's
From ambulancing?
Yeah, and he's like, nah, I don't even remember that.
Okay. Well, what sits with you the most that makes you think
Okay.
gave you PTSD?
Well, so there's a whole bunch of stories.
You were there in the bombings, right?
Yeah,
You
that's
for
not-
Oklahoma City?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
were there?
Oh, and this guy. Okay, I'll tell that story. So the morning of the bombing.
Just make it good.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Graphic.
Now there's not too much graphic.
Then it's
You
not a
guys
good
remember
story.
that Time magazine picture with the firefighter with the baby? He's
Yeah.
holding-
Yeah.
yeah. So my partner Mike actually checks that baby out. Okay, this baby's dead. Hands it to that firefighter,
Wow.
and the firefighter takes it to the morgue. And the picture of that firefighter looking down at that baby is when Mike hands him the baby.
Wow.
Anyway, I've gotten distracted from my story.
I like that story, so we can stop there. Kristen.
No.
I'm
No.
kidding.
I still don't have anything.
Oh, okay, one that sticks out. We talked about it the other
Yeah,
day. So
that causes your PTSD.
yeah,
that you think you
I
have.
think I really do have PTSD.
Well, why?
Because he doesn't think about these things.
No. But what specifically from that job do you think gave you the PTSD, or was it something prior to that job?
It's got to be just the
I think you have it
accumulation
backwards.
of-
I think he does and you don't, because you're actually thinking about it and
Processing
dealing
it.
it and
Yeah.
processing. He blacked it out, so he's probably the one with the issues, not you.
Interesting observation, Brad.
What's his name?
Mike.
Mike.
His name's
Mike,
Mike.
you're fucked up.
No, Mike's a good guy. I wish he was here. If he was here, we'd be talking. We could tell these war stories, and you guys would be fascinated. It's good when we get together. Anyway, so we were talking about the 14-year-old girl hung herself in her closet.
Yep.
Because she had chlamydia and couldn't tell her parents.
Yeah,
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
it was bad.
that would stick with me too.
And
This is a fun, upbeat
Yeah,
podcast.
so-
God, the
everybody.
first
Yeah.
time, the first time you get railed, you get something.
Yeah.
That sucks. That is not good.
hey, but if you want, if you're going to get one of them, chlamydia is the one.
It is. Yeah. So I've heard.
Absolutely.
So
You speaking from experience?
We're a
That sounded
family-friendly
pretty-
show here.
No, I don't.
Go for the
This
gusto.
is not for kids.
Yeah.
From the toilet seat.
So I remember the call, and my partner, Catherine, was extremely upset because it was, I mean, we did everything we could for this girl, and we got her IV, intubated, did all the drugs, all that stuff. She was asystole, and about, I don't know, 15, 17 minutes in, I pushed some bicarb and got her heart rate back.
Way to go, Raj.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
Yeah, but she was done.
You did all you could
Brain
do.
dead. Yeah. Anyway, take her to the hospital, all that stuff, and it's just okay, that's it. Drop her off, go 10-8, ready for another call. And Catherine, she's just, she's bawling. She's try to console her. A couple weeks later, the parents wrote us this letter that was touching, and they were just pouring their heart out in that letter. And they were able to donate her organs and say goodbye to her.
Wow, man.
And so that shit's kind of heavy.
That's because of you. You
I don't
allowed
know.
that to happen.
No, dude, that's.
It's sunk in somewhere.
Yeah, that's not PTSD.
But there are
Empathy.
1,000 of those, and I was going to bring some newspaper articles, and I actually read one. I didn't remember anything about the call. It was some double shooting we made. I couldn't tell you.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So some things stick out. Some things you just.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I'm with Ricky, like the accumulation of all the crazy.
Anyway, so if I'd have brought that letter, I'd be in tears right now. So,
Roger, we do a podcast here. People like to see shit like that. I want to see. I want to see.
I
Who
know,
doesn't want to
probably.
see RMFJ
Yeah,
cry?
yeah.
No.
Should that be a new segment? See if we can get Roger.
I want to watch
Make
Roger's
Roger
trauma
cry.
in real
dude,
time.
I'm telling you, if I bring
know.
that letter and let you guys read it, you will all be like,
Yeah.
oh, that's what life's about.
Like
Right
wiping
there.
away-
Tune in
it's
next week when
allergies.
Roger brings in the letter from.
No.
Sorry to bring the show
that's
down.
why he's wearing
Kristen,
sunglasses.
Kristen, can you
guest.
follow that? And
I can't.
Make
We're
us
just going to
smile?
let that
I'm
know.
glad I wore my sunglasses because I almost.
Oh, man.
It almost took me.
This
Can you
is
tell a
good.
funny story about, like, I don't know, maybe you had a train ride on you or something?
Okay.
one time?
No. So,
I don't know.
so what?
That's for podcast 12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One of the funniest stories is we get this trouble unknown, some shithole apartments, and it was upstairs, and the stairs are those concrete stairs, and they're coming off the hinges, right? And I'm going first, and I'm walking up the stairs, and I get to the door, and my partner Mike behind me shakes the shit out of those, and just scared the shit out of me. And he's just, to this day, he still laughs about it.
Almost killed you.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
man.
great.
Wow.
All right.
That's a good one.
Thank you, RMFJ.
Wow.
Red Dog, you up there?
Yo,
You hear us? Good. We
I'm
hear
here.
you.
Ah,
You're puzzling. Puzzling's going well.
I'm puzzling well.
Looks like
it
you're-
is. It
it's
seems
almost-
to be going pretty well.
I think you got a connection
Moving
almost
along.
completely top to bottom, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do.
Straight
Cool.
line.
You got a story for us?
I do.
What's your story?
My story comes from the age of, let's go with 12, 13.
Sounds good.
My parents decided to take me to the Bahamas. They asked Bryce if he wants to go.
Nice.
Brizzle. Brizzle's like, no, I'm going to stay here. Obviously 6, 7 years older than me.
I thought it better to have a party with all my friends.
Yeah.
At
And
the
be
house.
with your
Yeah.
family.
Just
It sounds
have to
like
be my
a
family.
huge
Yeah.
party. Yes, that time. So we go to the Bahamas. He stays back. We go to the Bahamas. I'm in the Bahamas with my parents, and they're day drinking. They're hammering them back, pina coladas, whatever, yada yada yada. And they're like, we're all sitting at the pool, and they're like, hang out at the pool here. We're gonna go upstairs, and we're gonna just go get a nap. I'm like, all right.
Sure.
We're sharing,
That's what they were doing.
sharing a room. We got adjacent rooms, whatever.
I just threw up in my mind a little bit. I'm sorry.
So I'm going upstairs. It's hot. I finally go upstairs, walk upstairs, and my door's locked, and their door is cracked open. So I figure I'll just go through that entrance because we had adjoining rooms.
I hope
didn't
this
have my
story
key
isn't
with me
going where
at
I
the
think it's going.
Oh,
It's
God.
going.
And I literally pushed the door open.
I'm gonna
and
take
my
off my
mom
headphones
is
for a minute.
Reverse cowgirl, my father.
Wow.
She is reverse cowgirl riding my father.
Wow.
So reverse
I'm like-
cowgirl.
Say it
In
again.
case you
I'm
can't
like,
hear it.
Kristen,
And I'm like,
dang, I'm
you're
cutting this out.
hurting
Justin,
her.
just stop right there.
you're hurting her.
Man, your
I'm, like,
mom, if
freaking
she ever
out,
watches
yelling.
this show,
Yeah.
First of all, what a fucking trooper, reverse cowgirl.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Father's a stud.
Yeah.
Reverse.
Justin, do you have
cowgirl.
another story?
About reverse cowgirl?
So
I got a lot.
it's
of
on
stories
top,
about
Raj,
reverse
but
cowgirl.
facing
Facing
away
the other
from
way.
you.
Roger needs
Yes.
to know.
Yes.
Oh, dude, it is
That's not
good
that big a
stuff.
deal.
No.
Oh.
So that's it. I didn't hear a story because I was getting sick. Sorry, I didn't want to picture that.
Your poor
That's it.
mother.
That's my story.
No kidding.
Oh, and then we come home from the vacation, and there's like beer cans all in the bottom of the pool. Bryce didn't clean up a thing.
Yeah, we're cutting this segment out.
So
Yeah, we're cutting this whole
You're gonna get
thing
retro
out.
grounded.
oh,
How do I
come
put
on,
the
dude.
sand back in the thing? Like, once the toothpaste is out of the tube, you can't put it back
No.
in.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, thanks for that, Justin. Brad,
At least we brought us up positive here, guys.
You
Going
could
up.
you could say that, I guess, for some of us.
Bryce needs therapy.
Yeah, I need to talk to my shrink now. All right, let's move on to question round. On
You
that
should
note.
tell me about that.
Question round. The Who question goes to Brad OG Champ Keepers this week.
Thank you.
Who studied it intently and is going to deliver powerfully. But first, Justin's going to tackle the Who question. You ready for this?
I guess. I don't know. So
Who-
I don't know the question, so let's go.
Who is the best guitar player of all time?
Oh.
This is a
Yes.
question that can spur so
It's
much
very-
debate for
Yeah.
so long.
Uh-huh.
It's such an objective
this can
question
get
or
rough.
subjective
Nah,
question.
there's only one.
No, we should all go around and say.
We may. Let's give the
Yeah.
guest and
I'm
the
going
expert.
with. Yeah, baby.
Who?
What?
He said you, Brizzle.
Me?
You,
Yeah.
Brizzle.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Oh, wow.
But
No,
you're,
but for real,
you're very biased.
I'm gonna go with. Personally, I'm a Jimmy Page fan.
I like Jimmy
Okay.
Page.
All right.
I'm a big Jimmy Page,
Jimmy
fan
Page.
as well.
Yeah.
It's an
He's-
answer.
He's
He
definitely
That's my guy.
That's my answer.
He makes the list.
He's my
your
top
answer,
10.
That's
my
my
guy.
answer.
Oh.
A lot of Led Zeppelin fans.
Yeah.
Boom.
Nice job, buddy.
Yeah.
Brad, you're the expert. Let's hear the expert answer.
So yeah, this is a tough one. How do you grade something so subjective?
What's your criteria, right?
What's your criteria? So I came up with my own list of who I thought mixed with like popular picks,
Okay.
mixed with
Given.
I went with technical ability.
Okay.
So whoever
That's a
has
very
the-
expert
who has-
angle to take.
Yeah, because that's the only way I could grade it.
Sure.
So I'm gonna list 10 people who I think, and then I'll do the top 3.
Cool.
So the first two kind of
These are like honorable mentions.
Yeah, kind of
Okay.
honorable mentions, just so we kind of get, we'll kind of cover all.
I like
of
it.
I like it.
them. Eddie Hazel from Funkadelic and his own solo stuff. I have him in my top 10.
Okay.
I don't even know who that is.
I don't either.
Okay.
So I'm going to check this guy out
Yeah,
now.
I knew Fernando would have done it
Fernando's
for
down?
sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
Fernando
yeah.
likes it.
He's got the funk.
Cool.
Obviously Jimi Hendrix. I mean, you can just by hearing one note, you know that's his guitar,
Sure.
right?
His innovation back
Yeah.
in the day, I think, yeah.
He kind of took it. He took an electric guitar
He's
playing
high on
to
my
another
list.
level. I
He
went.
played left-handed, correct?
He did.
Yeah, he was left-handed.
Yes, I asked the questions. But
With
I'm
a
not gonna
right-handed guitar.
Continue.
So I like to hit a couple different genres. So I said Dwayne Allman. So just good old
Very good
Southern
slide
rock. You know what I
player,
mean?
Yeah.
Best blues player, I would say BB King. Right.
Okay.
BB's good.
That's what I would say. And then obviously y'all Eddie Van Halen,
Eddie's a
Who
badass.
doesn't
Yes.
like Eddie?
Jimmy
All
Page.
good.
Those kind of go without saying. Like obviously you could any of
Favorites.
those guys could be number one. Right.
Yeah, iconic type guitarists.
I like to throw in a couple bass players because they also play guitar.
Okay, Brad.
Okay.
I like
So-
this list. I like
careful.
the bass players.
I like Jaco Pastorius. The shit that he did with the Weather
Jock.
Report. I mean, you listen to that. I mean,
Another guy I got to check out.
yep, incredible. Bootsy Collins. I mean,
Who doesn't like
Come on.
Bootsy?
Bootsy.
you
When
know,
you think like
James
bass
Brown,
player,
Oh yeah.
Parliament
Oh,
Funk,
yeah.
like
yeah. When you think like rock star bass player,
Slapping the bass.
Bootsy Collins is the
That's-
picture
that's
I
the
get in my
guy.
head. Yeah.
So my top 3, I guess, in no particular order. I have Dave Mustaine, and they're from Megadeth.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Just from just straight shredability.
That's a cool pick.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
John Petrucci from Dream Theater, technical ability.
Don't know it.
Very underrated.
Very-
Yeah.
You never hear
So
about him.
I have him as my number 2.
Very good.
And then probably a guy you got not. This is a jazz fusion player. His name Alan Holdsworth.
Oh, I've heard of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I put him number 1 for technical ability.
Didn't he come up with like the 7-string? Was that his?
Yep, that's
Yeah.
his thing.
Yeah.
So jazz fusion, I feel like it's probably some of the tougher stuff to play out there.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's got
It's a great
the
list.
best chops.
That's a
in
great
my own
list, Brad.
ability.
That's
Thanks.
very good. I liked how you viewed the question and
I
added
try
the
to
bass
cover.
players.
Yeah, I try to cover a little bit of everything.
And
For
I'm going
sure.
to add on to that because that was the first question you gave me.
Yeah.
Randy Rhodes
Yeah.
Thank
Absolutely.
and
good.
David Gilmour.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
And
love
Eddie Van
David
Halen.
Gilmour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were your top three.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think as far as like people
Yeah.
who play slow and emotionally, Gilmore's
Oh, yeah.
right up there. It's-
And he has just different timing.
yes, yeah, it's
You know,
very
the
good.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
The funny thing about Randy Rhoads, because I'm a huge Randy Rhoads fan, was he was 25 when he died, and he hadn't peaked when he was playing. He wanted to leave Ozzy to go play professionally, classically.
He started Quiet Riot.
Wow.
Yeah. He found it quite right.
Yeah.
But you'll never find him on an album because they said that they only made one. It was in Japan. Don't go look for it.
Okay.
Kind of thing. But
Yeah.
they said they hadn't even peaked yet. So
Cool.
Yeah.
Of course, you guys know I'm a big Buckethead fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mm,
my
Buckethead.
my criteria has to go along with like the whole package of what a guitar player is,
Amen.
and also the emotions he's able to get out of the guitar, and then probably technical ability last, I would say. And he fuses those to me in the best of anybody.
Buckethead's number one.
I think so.
I was
mean,
gonna do it for just to appease you,
I know you were. I know you were, and you did
but
it.
I did. I decided not
Very
to.
good. I thought Justin was going to
Don't
too,
do it.
but you guys very good
I
guys for
was.
not doing that. But,
But
yeah, the
Stevie Ray
Stay
Vaughan.
away.
Stevie Ray is excellent.
He's great.
Yeah.
We could say we could go.
You could go
on
forever.
and on.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
at any given time,
We
they
could use the
be
end of
best
this
player.
hourglass to explain.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
we could do
All
an
right.
entire guitar set.
All right, good job, everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That brings us to our next question, which is what Ricky Cool Breeze Grassy gets what this week? Justin, are you ready? Yes, you are. What happens when you die, Justin? Not you specifically, but people.
Wow, what a loaded
Yeah.
question.
Good luck with that one. Justin's going to
I
be putting
believe-
puzzles together for eternity.
I believe that people will actually, when they die, I think that they will become a grain of salt in the ocean.
Okay.
That's what makes our ocean so salty.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's,
Why not?
Ricky, what happens
right.
when you die?
Good as guess as any.
I have two different things to touch on. The first thing I'm going to touch on is it was a study that I read based out of Europe where it was a very small sample size. They took 15 individuals who were on life support and they were measuring their brain activity. And in all of these individuals, the decision was made by their families to pull them off of life support and allow them
Euthanize them.
to pass. And in 15 out of 15 individuals, right before the moment of death, there was a huge increase in gamma brainwave activity, which led the researchers to believe that the brain recognized that it was dying.
Weird.
So first, there was a huge spike in gamma brainwaves. The second thing that happened was there was a massive spike in dopamine in the brain. They think that the reason why this is happening is that the brain is preparing the body for death. So the thing that you feel right before you die is euphoria. Just there's a huge dopamine dump. They said it was like 8 or 9 times the normal amount of free-floating dopamine that's in your system.
Wow.
So they're saying that they think that the brain recognizes that it's dying and that it is preparing
It
itself
releases
for death.
a party.
So I kind of liked
Sweet.
that because it took something that's obviously very sad and very hard to deal with, and it's like, well, even on some
Yeah.
scale, maybe the last thing that they're feeling isn't completely
Misery.
horrible.
Pretty awesome.
The second thing I want to touch on is really based off of like if you believe in the human spirit or soul, and there's actually a really cool YouTube video on this called The Egg.
The egg.
And actually Bauer showed this to me, and it has a lot to do with reincarnation. We tend to think of time as like this linear path, but this video really shows it as like this all-encompassing sort of circle. And it shows it's sort of the idea of people being reborn into various times and various different lives in order to fulfill very specific functions.
Interesting.
So that future humans can benefit from this sort of like utopian society. Like, so like we're like the trial We're kind of like figuring things out. We're fucking up a lot. There's
You see, we
wars.
repeat history over and over and
Right.
over in the cyclical kind of pattern,
Right. And
especially when it comes to the rise and fall of civilizations,
exactly.
etc.
And we die and then are reborn again in different times and different lives. And then over time, maybe millions of years, we are refined so that future versions of ourselves can be sort of better off.
And physically, we may indeed be a single grain of sand.
We may be.
So we don't die and go to heaven?
So we don't die and go to heaven?
You might. If that's the thing about it is like if that's what you
What you
believe
want.
and that's what you want to believe and that makes you feel good.
Yeah, it's what you want, man.
You know,
You guys
go for
saw
it.
Makes
the
you feel
net-
good.
There's also different interpretations of what heaven is.
Right.
You know?
True.
I mean, doesn't
Right
have
here,
to be what
baby.
came out of the Bible.
It's lights out.
right here,
That's
right now.
IATQ. This is heaven right here.
Thank
is
you,
it.
Roger.
'Cause I'm sitting
love
right
it.
here.
Yeah.
All right, there you have it, folks. That's what happens when you die.
That could be it.
expert level. Okay.
Wow.
I gotta pee. Edit me out.
All right, edit out Ricky.
But it's
Pee
interesting
break.
though with his thing with the life with the
life.
different life whatever variations. It's kind of like Rick and Morty.
It is.
Yeah.
Everything's a cartoon.
Infinity.
Infinity happens. Like
And
people talk
million-
about eternity, but they don't ever think of like when does that start? When does that end? Well, it's always.
What if we're just in
Right?
it now?
Million.
Yeah, we're part of it right now. That brings us to our next question: is when, which goes to Kevin C. Dog Wilcox this week. Justin, you get this question first. When was the last
Brilliant.
time? You ready? When was the
Yeah.
last time you went full beast mode?
Oh, dude, today at work,
Did
bruh.
you really?
Oh, nice.
You
Full
just
beast,
started.
dude.
Don't lose that job.
Yeah, don't lose this job, dude. Oh, okay.
Oh,
No,
cook it.
dude.
Oh, I got you. I
Full
got
day,
you.
bro.
I
Beast
get it.
mode,
I got
is-
you.
Full beast mode, yeah.
which means as
Like, boom, fryer,
efficient
boom,
as possible.
Saute, boom, get out of my way.
In this
Yeah,
case.
look at my pants.
Oh
He's
yeah,
in the
let's-
weeds.
Let's do our weekly pants check-in with Justin Red Dog McKnight. What do we got this week?
Urban camo.
Urban camo. Okay. I don't think we've seen those yet.
But
have
I like how the
Yeah,
badge
no,
I was
is
just going to comment.
right by the dick,
Yeah.
so everyone's gonna look right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
we? You know, he
It's
thinks
dangling.
these
Boom,
things.
gift certificate.
It's his measuring stick.
$10 bonus
Is that what they mean by peacocking?
certificate.
Yeah.
Peacocking? No, stupid. I'm sorry. Sorry, everybody.
Nice.
Them.
Fart and
Urban
dick
camo.
jokes.
Okay, so you knocked it out of the park today.
What
at
have I
work.
become?
Yeah.
I pee from my cock.
Well, thus far at work, you're knocking it out of the park. You're currently taking
Beast moding.
You're currently taking a break from beast mode to do a puzzle in this retarded show.
Do this.
Yes. Okay.
But my boss is aware, so we were allowed to talk about this.
Cool.
And you know, hey, A1A,
I'm sure your boss appreciates your beast
Here's-
mode skills.
We need a sponsor.
she does. She
Let-
does.
let her know
She
we
does
need a
appreciate
sponsor.
the
We need a
beast code.
sponsor.
You know we got like
She
six.
does a free meal.
Appreciate.
Yeah, cater IATQ.
Yeah, you know we got like 63
Yeah.
subscribers. Tell her that. You know,
I
like,
told
yeah.
her. I told
Moving
her.
up.
That's
I think
60
we're-
more than
yeah.
the 3 we started with.
Pumping it up.
14
Pumping
views
it
or
up.
something like that.
14 views.
Ricky,
Yo,
check out my pants.
man, those are really
Special.
something, huh?
I think that was code for
Yeah, well, look at my
my
bag.
Look
penis.
at my dick. Wow.
It's by my wang.
It is.
Kevin, when's the last time you went full beast mode?
Is this what you guys have been dealing with for the 3 minutes that I've been going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't miss much.
boy.
I
Ricky.
started it.
Okay.
You know what? I believe in Justin because I guess the real definition of is extremely aggressive or energetic style that someone adopts temporarily to accomplish something. And for me, I have never really gone beast mode. I haven't.
Kevin.
I'm kind of a quiet kind of.
When have you gone internally
I don't
in
believe
beast
that,
mode?
Kevin.
I think probably
pretty
when
much
you were with.
daily when I'm in traffic.
I don't know. I
Okay.
think that story with his ex in the
That's
truck,
what I'm getting
that
at,
was-
Raj.
That was
Yeah.
like
That was
That-
almost
still-
beast mode.
But I'm still quiet and let her run her way. I mean, I was like, why fucking push the buttons any further?
Perhaps if you had gone beast mode, we wouldn't be talking about it.
I would have jumped out the window.
Yeah.
I would have tucked and rolled right there on
You tucked and rolled
312.
out of there.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
But so
Kevin's that
maybe
guy who stays quiet the whole time and then murders 18 people in a bowling alley.
bicyclist.
He's got the starter
He was
kit.
such a nice neighbor.
Yeah,
Always
they,
so
that's
nice.
why that guy-
Quiet man.
Yeah.
Quiet
He's a
kid.
Kept to
quiet-
himself.
I think my wife was saying he killed himself, right? That bowling alley guy?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he did.
yeah. They
Yeah.
found him. They found him in a
Eesh.
truck or something.
Oh, what the Fed?
Like 10 miles away.
That's awful.
Okay.
So yeah,
He
in a
did shoot
restaurant
himself.
scenario,
He
you
shot
have
himself.
to at various different times go beast mode, and then come off of beast mode.
Like
so
at
it's
the-
like beast
the
mode
lunch
off.
rush.
Boom, boom, boom.
Lunch rush, dinner rush, etc.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
All right, thanks,
And
guys.
being only there for 2 weeks, I am a boss.
Nice job. The next question is where, which would have gone to Mike Big Dog Bauer. He couldn't make it. He died somehow. We're not even interested in how he died anymore. He's just dead. However, our
Sorry,
new
Mike.
guest spurt, Christian,
He used to be my friend.
whose real name is Kristen.
BTSG.
I'm calling her Christian because I think it
BTSG.
pisses her off.
That's fine.
Doesn't piss you off? All right,
Kristen,
Kristen.
No.
Christian.
I like it.
So she got the where question. Justin, you're going to get it first, of course. But we all want to know, where did Chunk from the Goonies finally end up?
The fuck? Right?
I'm
what a
re-
question for a
reincarnation of
guest.
him.
I don't think
I'm
I've
a
seen that movie in
reincarnation
35
of him.
years.
You're Chunk?
Do the trouble shuffle.
Oh no.
Yeah, we knew this was gonna.
There's my answer.
To see Justin getting punished.
If you missed Justin being punished and want to see that from last season, it's somewhere.
So first the parent story and then that.
Yeah.
So that's big titties smell bad.
Hey,
Yeah, man titty smell bad?
man, titty smell bad?
Yeah, there it is.
Yes.
MTSB. What do you think, Kristen?
I have
And-
no idea.
Whatever your name is.
No fucking idea. He texts me again. I'm like,
think-
God damn it!
I
I haven't
think
watched the movie in
Chunk-
35 years. I don't even think I finished the
I
whole
like
thing.
Chunk
So at the end of
left with Sloth. Or with
Yeah, you're right. Sloth.
okay, him
hey
and
you guys.
him
Was
and
Sloth the
were hanging
retard?
out? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
work
left
at the zoo.
together.
What did
I
they
do know that he did eat
Baby
Domino's
Ruth.
pizza.
All right.
So they
ate
opened a
Baby
Domino's
Ruth.
together.
He bought a Domino's franchise.
And then obviously became
Nice.
lovers.
had bypass surgery, married Sloth,
And ate Baby Ruth.
and invested in Baby Ruth. Or
Yes.
stupidly rich
Baby
right now.
Ruth.
Wasn't Josh Brolin in that movie?
Yes.
I think he
Wasn't
is.
he Mikey?
Yeah.
A young. He was the older brother.
No, he was the
Oh,
older
that's
brother.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And
Mikey.
Data.
Mikey
Data.
was
And Data.
not Frodo.
Rudy.
Samwise.
Rudy.
And Rudy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Samwise, Gamgee,
Goonies, great movie.
A lot richer than we are, fellas.
Oh yeah.
and Data. Data.
Data.
I said a booty trap.
Yes. The next question goes to
Oh no! Hey, have you seen that Everywhere, Everything, All the Time?
yes.
That's
Hated
that
it.
cat.
Hated it.
It's a
Yeah,
life
I know
check.
somebody
It's-
else who hated it.
What? It's one of the best movies I've
Yeah.
ever seen.
I agree.
Somebody turned it off within 20 minutes.
Life changing.
Yeah, it's very
Ah.
good.
You got to give it,
Dude.
30. You got to give it. at
I had been
least 30
hyping it
minutes.
for weeks. I was so excited.
No,
I'm going to show my
fantastic
wife.
movie.
We're going to bond over this like emotional.
Yes.
I'm like,
Same here.
I'm like, this is going to bring us closer together. She's like, this movie fucking sucks.
I'm with her.
Turns
I'm
it
with
off
her.
20 minutes into it.
Why are they putting things in their asses? It's
I'm like,
Yeah.
She was like, it's too stressful. I can't watch it.
Why do lesbians have hot dog fingers?
First of all, why
Well,
wouldn't
obviously.
Exactly.
and why is mustard coming out of them?
they got it figured out? Fuck.
All right, what is your
That's
question?
a great
So-
movie.
I'm still angry. I'm still angry.
So our next question is going to be
Ricky's
the how
going
question.
beast mode in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Ricky's pre-beast mode moment.
Pre-beast moding.
It's about to happen. Justin, how fast is the current land speed record? A little bit faster.
A million.
That stumped him.
No.
A million miles an hour.
Good
All right.
No, I'm gonna go
away.
with
That Pinky Mouse is running around that fucking hamster wheel.
114
on-
miles,
Justin's brain.
716 miles an hour.
What do you say? 716?
716 an hour.
716.
That's close.
That's close to like Mach 1,
Yeah.
isn't it? Okay, Roger, how fast is the current
Okay,
land speed
so you
record?
gave me this question like 2 weeks ago, and I just did like, oh, that's the easiest question you can get. All I got to do is come up with the number, and then I started researching it. It's fantastic.
Not that
Okay.
simple.
Oh,
No,
he's got
so-
notes.
Yeah, oh yeah. So the land speed record, or absolute land speed record, highest speed achieved by a person using a vehicle on land. And there are different categories. You can have 2-wheel, 3-wheel, whatever. As long as it's on wheels and you go fast, it counts. And it's not from a start to a stop. It's a this point to that point, and they get 2 runs. And they started doing this in 1898, and it was an electric vehicle, and the high speed record in 1898 was 39.24.
Nice.
39 miles an hour.
Nice.
Skip forward, 1997 was the last record break, and I thought that was fantastic.
Oh, 97.
Yeah,
Is that Craig,
Really?
Yeah, so
Craig
it's-
Breedlove?
I can't remember the guy's name. He's
His name was Speedlove?
Yeah, Krispy
Breed
Kreme
love.
Speed Love.
Breedlove.
Speed Love.
Breed-
I believe it's
Love.
Breedlove.
He's
Yeah.
a
Krispy Kreme
Royal
Speed
Air
Love.
Force pilot. But what I found fascinating is that nobody's broken it since 1997.
That's
So
wild.
it's got to be just the most dangerous, craziest thing you've ever done.
Yeah.
So the current record, and there are some, I saw 3 or 4 different numbers, but the record on Wikipedia is 760 miles an hour.
I'm giving it to Red Dog.
Close.
I'm
Not-
giving him.
Yeah.
I'm giving him a point for that.
Yeah, that's pretty close, 716. But also,
Thank you.
they say they broke the sound barrier, where the speed of sound is like 767.
That's Mach 1
Yes, so they say they broke the speed of sound in
in a car.
Yeah, how do you do that? And keep it on the ground.
Unbelievable.
Imagine the downforce it takes. That's crazy.
It's basically a jet with wheels and no wings.
Yeah. And so after the electric vehicles, they also use steam vehicles, and it went up like 10 miles an hour. 10 miles.
Oh,
and then they came up with the combustion engine, and then it really started, and then they came up with the rocket, and then it's just...
From there, they're trying to get to 1,000 now.
Well, but no one's tried it since 97.
Wow. I
'Cause
wonder what's going on.
You're
It's
going to
just
die.
too expensive,
Oh,
too
no,
crazy.
you're going to die.
I heard a
I'll do
story of one of the guys
I'll go
who
for
was
it.
like doing 600 miles an hour in a car or whatever. And he says when you slow down and you get around 150 to 120 miles an hour, you think you're stopped and you try and get out because it goes so fast. It's like 100 miles an hour is like not even moving hardly.
But and then think of the room you have to have for it. I mean, you have to have
Miles
and miles and miles of smooth, straight. I can't. If you hit a pebble, you're
Luckily, it's all salt. So
or sand.
But then they get like little grooves and
We
weird,
could hit it
weird
like a
stuff
crunch.
happens.
Yeah.
Did you check the
There's
land-
the YouTube video.
Salt rock.
Yeah, no, I watched it.
No. The bicycle record, land speed record.
No.
There's one for a bicycle, so you should check that out. There's because I know you're into
Wow.
bikes. What they do is they get
28?
a car, and there's basically a platform straight up and down behind the car, and the
Okay.
car slowly accelerates
To break the winds.
and it blocks all the wind resistance. So it's just the guy. I think a guy got up to 120.
Well, see, that's cheating.
No, not really.
If he's getting pulled, I want to see the guy that's going down a hill in the biggest gear
Yeah.
he can. I want to see
Getting
what that
pulled?
record is.
Okay, like the fastest you could possibly do on a bicycle.
Yeah.
All right.
So what's the
Well, you'll have to look into that.
what's the holding on to a car? I mean, you could.
Well, he's not attached to the car.
Well, he's holding
just,
on?
No. He just pedals behind it, and this big thing blocks all the wind resistance for him.
Oh,
So
I
he
see.
has no resistance, and he can go as fast as he
I see.
possibly
So
can pedal.
it's his.
It's him
It's
pedaling.
under him. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's under his power.
And-
It's just he doesn't get the wind resistance. to
Okay.
slow
No.
him down.
So what's that record?
I think it's around 120.
No shit.
I think so. On a bicycle.
That's impressive.
It's pretty cool. All right, that's going to bring us to a round we sort of skipped over. This is the Physicians Want to Know round. And
Awesome.
It's 183, by the way.
thanks, Ricky.
The
183.
bicycle?
Wow, even
Good job,
faster
Ricky.
like that.
Thanks, Ricky.
Jeez, that's mind-boggling.
Appreciate you.
See, we need to get like how you ever watch Joe Rogan's podcast? How he can put up YouTube and
Yeah.
No.
we need to do that.
We-
here.
We
Well,
have a
we're s-
Jamie. He's
we're
right
starting
fucking
out.
there.
Yeah, Jamie
Jamie's
is
right
our
there.
sub. Quick
Yeah.
fist, Bernal.
Did you say quick fist?
Quick fist. Yeah.
And we've got a big titty smell good.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
believe we've got love in the air,
ding,
fellas.
ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. Do you like older women, Seb? Not that you're older, Kristen.
All right, let's move on. This round's not offensive at all. It comes to us from a urologist by the name of Dr. Richard Finder. And when you know these answers,
His name is
just
Dick Finder.
Dick Finder.
thank you for paying attention, Ricky.
Are you kidding me? Is this real?
Dick Finder.
Okay, so when you know these,
Yes.
just shout them out. You know?
Okay.
First question. Dr. Richard Finder, the urologist, wants to know, what is a candiru or cangero? I'll
No.
give you a hint. It's a type of fish.
No, it's a.
That's the one that swims
thought
up your
you were-
pea stream and
Bing gong.
goes in your dick.
Next.
Yep.
I thought it was a.
So everything is going to be dick related. Here.
Sushi.
When is it not?
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Welcome to
well,
IATQ.
Sorry,
Welcome to
Information
IATQ.
with dick jokes sprinkled in.
Sprinkles.
I thought it was a coude.
A good day?
The coude catheter.
Have a
Oh,
good
that would
day.
have been a good guess.
Have a good day. Have a good day.
The next question.
have a good day.
The next question is: he wants to know where is the clitoris. He is a urologist. So he
Couldn't tell
needs
you.
to-
Have no idea.
Roger doesn't know. Kevin.
It doesn't
I know
exist.
exactly where that
It's
bad
not
boy
Doesn't
is.
exist.
It's mythical.
What's that?
It's mythical. It's not real.
It's on the top.
The
He's the man
unicorn.
in the top of the boat, right?
The man in the boat.
Okay. Recently, I had a crown. I had it temporary. The clitoris was right there on that crown because
Feels good.
because my tongue would automatically
Find
go
it?
right. Yeah,
So you do know where it is.
it's right here in my mouth, fellas.
Okay.
Where it should be.
There you go, Dr. Finder. Roger knows where
Nice.
the clitoris is. Okay, family not friendly. Family not friendly. All right. If a train traveling at 80 miles an hour leaves Chicago heading south at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, and a train traveling at 87 miles an hour leaves Miami heading north at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, at what point should I leave my cheating, whoring wife?
Immediately.
Immediately. Okay, next question.
On the tracks.
After you fuck her one last time.
Dr. Finder also wants to know, where can I get a good rub and tug? Roger? Kevin?
There's a place downtown. What's that Mexican restaurant? that we used
Would
to do
JR
brunch
know?
at?
Ask
Casamaya?
Deshaun Watson.
Casamaya? Is that what it's called?
There is a Casamaya.
So right across
it's
the
out of
street.
business.
Right across the street.
Where
from
Oh, yeah,
that
it used to
restaurant you were
Foot
working at when
Reflex.
you got
Yes,
That's it.
yes.
That's where. That's where you go.
I hear there's a pretty sweet acupuncture place on the fourth floor.
All right, last but not
Dang.
least,
That was good, bro.
Richard Finder would like to know what he should change his first name to.
Dick.
That's already his name. By the way. Thanks, Red Dog.
Treasure.
Peter?
Clitoris.
Treasure Finder? Clitoris
Boomer.
Finder? Boomer Finder? All right, we are done with that round.
Clip finder.
Thanks, Dick.
So this last and final round is going to involve what's your beef? Well, this week, my beef happens to be my wife's inane ability to know the instant I am comfortable. It's unbelievable, and it triggers some sort of beast mode in her where she just can't handle it because, you know, she's doing some mundane task and can't stand the fact that I'm just content watching Formula One or doing whatever.
Yes.
That's it, Roger. I sit down, TV comes on, the engine revs, and she's like, Bryce, could you ring shingle the house, please? Get up there. I think there's a roof that's leaking. Could you repaint the garage floor? I'm like, so
Do you do it?
It's unbelievable. Yes,
do
I
it.
do it. So in my mind, I'm like,
Yes, you do.
just get
Good
through this,
job.
Bryce. It'll, get in it, do it, and then I'm about done with that task. Bryce, could you sweep the driveway? It's like, a quarter mile long, but whatever. So that's sort of my beef. It also kind of makes me laugh.
Dude, you got to get a blower.
Yeah.
Not Sandra as a blower, but a blower.
Excellent
Yeah.
advice. I have one.
Gas or
I thought you were going to say
battery.
it's hard to ask him for things when her mouth is full.
That's right. Hey.
So it's your fault that she's asking for
Indeed.
things.
True. I don't
Stick
keep
your
her
dick in her.
occupied. Good advice. See, this
Yeah.
is why
Yeah.
I have
Great
a panel
advice.
of experts to help
Blowjobs
me
are the cure for everything,
with
buddy.
my life.
The enabler.
I don't know. They hurt my jaw.
I'm sorry, Roger. I didn't think it was that wide.
God
Spit
damn
on
it.
it.
Ouch.
Brad, what's your beef?
My beef is here around town.
Yes.
Okay.
Dude, mine is
Excellent.
too. If it's the same beef, I'm going to be impressed.
I witnessed it on my way here. So,
You have multiple. You have
specifically this area and more towards downtown, we have a homeless issue, right?
Okay.
Yes, we do.
And as you're walking just on the sidewalk, minding your own business, maybe, going downtown, and you have a homeless guy, and they don't try to avoid you. They just say you're like walking in a couple, and they just walk straight between you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like they'll even hit you if they can.
Like if you're
Like
like holding your wife's hand,
They'll just walk right through you.
Oh,
You
yeah.
just go, oh yeah, excuse me.
You got to start clotheslining people,
That's-
Brad. Get your wife
Yeah.
on board.
Yeah.
Tighten up.
Red Rover, and just
Yeah.
clothesline these homeless people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
anybody.
That's
Red
my-
Rover.
Push them into
Homeless
traffic.
people
It's
over.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Homeless people
give them
downtown,
a
not
dollar
getting out of the
afterwards.
way.
I get it.
I get it.
Push them on the ground, then give them $1.
No, don't give him $1.
No, don't give them anything.
How about a penny?
All right.
Give him a smile.
Ricky, what's your beef?
People in grocery stores who are in my fucking way
Yup.
all the time,
Yep.
constantly.
That's valid.
You know?
Theme. We have a theme.
Listen, when I go to the grocery store, I'm going to get shit done. I got a list. I know what I want. I
Know
wanna
where it
get
is.
in. I want to get out.
Yeah.
I got fucking little Miss Betty Cunt right in the middle of the aisle,
Nice.
looking at
I
the
hate Betty
cans.
Love it.
How did you guess my ex's
Oh,
name?
there's 70 grams of sodium in this one. And
Figure it out,
this
lady.
One has, and here's what pisses me off the most is she's fucking happy. She's oblivious and she's happy and she doesn't give a fuck that she's ruining my day. And that's what gets me the most upset.
Excellent.
Is her fucking ignorance is bliss goddamn attitude about everything. Meanwhile, I'm back there just picturing her by the back of the head, fucking going through the aisles, smushing cans. Like, get out of the fucking way.
Oh, that's
I got
beautiful.
places to go. no.
There's other people around.
Jesus Christ. My face just got hot thinking
I love
about
it.
That's great.
I can't stand
I
it.
got a little
I
pissed off just
I
now.
love it.
I recently had one of these encounters, except they were in the fucking.
Oh, that's
little-
even
Oh, yeah,
worse.
the
The
little
scoop,
fucking
scoop,
electric
the
Ooh, the
fucking
rascal.
scoop.
And they're
The
like
rascal.
spilling over the side, you know?
So she almost hits me, and then has the audacity and goes, "Does that have sugar in it?" And I like look over, I go, "What?" And I lift, I go, "That's soda." Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude.
Like you, of course it has
and you know,
sugar.
and you know what the thing is? They're never disabled. They're just fucking fat
oh, yeah.
all
Yeah.
the time. That's all it is. There's nothing wrong with them.
Good one, Ricky.
So we
Jesus
pissed off
Christ.
the English, the
Anyway.
Chinese, and the obese.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And
All
Grant-
deserve it.
Yes.
Very deserved.
Well,
You see how this show takes your mind off of the bullshit of everyday life? You know, like the thing in Israel and, you know, the thing in Russia and the thing in
You go
China.
home
It's
happy.
like you leave this show like that
lady at
doesn't
the
even
grocery
I'd
matter.
rather focus on the small things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fat
Anyway.
people and
Get it out.
rascals.
And then I go home and my wife's like, "Why are you in a bad mood?" I'm like, "I don't
It's
fucking know."
It's fucking assholes
Yeah.
at this podcast.
Kevin, who did you murder this week? I mean, what's your beef?
My beef, and Cool Breeze, you could probably back me up on this because you got the same kind of drive that I do.
Okay.
Anybody on a divided highway that
Stopping
travels,
for a school bus?
not stopping for a
Okay,
school,
that pisses me off.
that travels in the left lane at or below the speed limit,
Yes.
and
That's everybody.
and then the people
beef.
that
Next to them.
decide that they want to be the lane police as well. So you get this load of traffic stuck
Yeah.
behind them.
2 cars,
and
yep.
you can't
Yeah.
get around them. If I have to pass you in the right lane, you're an asshole. You just shouldn't be driving.
Universal.
I mean,
Yeah.
holy, and it I
legit.
mean, it hits everywhere, and every day.
Oh, yeah.
Either going home or coming into work, and I Meemaw won with the license plate. Fuck you.
Oh, no.
With the cigarette.
nice.
Just drive,
Nice.
bothering the kids in the back of the car. Yeah,
That's when you
fuck
have
is
to
a meemaw?
slow down.
that
and
was the
look
license
them
plate.
In the eyes.
I'm calling her out. She
Meemaw
lives in
won.
Palm Coast.
Yeah.
If you find her, run her off the road.
That's my great grandmother.
Me mom.
Sorry,
Meemaw,
Raj. Sorry, your
one.
Meemaw. One is,
one.
she's still smoking, huh?
Oh, that's Meemaw one.
Bothering the kids.
Christian, what's your beef?
I don't know.
don't
Again, I.
This
Oh,
podcast.
give us a beef.
Oh fuck! I don't.
Being
have
the
a
only
beef.
woman
one
in a,
beef.
in a male podcast.
Even at work, at the hospital.
How about
I'm
people?
not at the hospital
I mean,
anymore.
I know that.
Oh.
Her life
How
is
about
good.
yeah.
How
That
about
was your
How
beef.
about people that work for you calling an hour before they're supposed to show up, saying they're not going to make it?
Mike Bauer.
Nah, that's all of them. That's all of them.
Beef.
Roger, what's your beef?
Okay, so around town, and anybody watch this podcast who doesn't live in St. Augustine is not going to get this. These fucking IQ fiber guys. Have you seen
yeah.
these guys?
No.
Digging up. You've not seen the IQ.
No.
They're digging up shit everywhere, laying this new internet
Fiber cable or whatever?
Yeah, whatever it is.
Huh.
Trying to bring the
faster.
modern world into
Yeah,
the oldest
it's-
city.
It's fast, but this one goes to 11.
These go to 11. Just not make 10 louder. These go to 11.
But so these guys will shut down the road.
Spinal tap.
So that was one of my beefs.
Okay.
Dude, fuck those guys.
Yeah, fuck
I
those
eat
guys.
beef.
A lot of this has to do with traffic. Traffic
got a
pisses
whole
people
bunch
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked Ricky's.
Grocery store traffic.
Yeah.
Because I'm on a mission.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I know where I'm going. I know what I'm getting. I'm doing this.
You've got
to
a
the
whole
house.
route.
And I'm proud of it. I'll come home and go, it took me 14 minutes to do
Now,
all the
yeah,
shopping.
but it also depends on what. If I'm going for 2 items, but if I'm going for the Sunday afternoon shop,
Yeah.
I'm the old lady.
Are you?
But then you gotta tell them. You gotta tell them.
Oh, I've never seen
out of
it.
the way.
Never
On-
seen
on
these
your
stupid
lap.
I'm not.
pickles
I will
before.
tell you. Move your ass over.
And you know who
Get the
the-
fuck out of my way.
And nobody
Move.
knows how to fucking say excuse me anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Especially like the
Absolutely.
70 plus crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
You
care
know?
how old you are. If you don't respect me, fuck off.
Yeah.
I don't care. Just because you're old, I'm going to give you respect. No.
Justin, what's your beef? Let's end with you.
My beef comes from recent at this new job, and
Oh,
it's
careful.
when-
Easy,
Careful.
easy,
Careful.
easy.
Careful.
when
don't
hold
wanna
on
be your
now,
last
hold
job.
on now.
Name names.
When customers, we have an open kitchen and we have a little walkway. There's an expo area.
Yeah.
Customers, there's a big sign that says employees only.
Oh
and
yeah,
the
I've been there.
customers still get the fucking audacity to be like, "Can we walk down this fucking way?"
Oh, not
See the sign that says employees only?
not reading signage.
Is that upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the bathroom's right there though.
Signage.
Okay. I've
Yeah,
been
so-
there once or twice.
I've
so-
seen
So-
that guy.
If you're in St. Augustine and you're going to Chili's restaurant, please pay attention
Yeah.
to the employees only sign.
Chili's.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm making a joke, Roger. I'm
thought
trying
you
to
were-
save my brother's life
Yeah.
and his job.
I
so
thought he was
doesn't-
at Applebee's.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Right.
Raj.
Just a row of microwaves.
Okay, so
So that's going to wrap up
looks like
episode 9. We are out of time.
That's like the Wizard of Oz.
Whoa!
Is that the Wizard
Been
of
a
Oz
little out of
hourglass
time.
thing?
That's
It's
the
a little
actual
bit
hourglass.
Check
is
my
us.
puzzle work, boys. Mike, you're in trouble, big dog.
Yep. So let's thank all of our illustrious experts. I thank you guys for being here. and
I'd
your
like to give a big
answers.
shout out for Jenna for being able to stay awake
Yes,
for
thanks.
the entire thing
And I
not
also-
She's
going,
married to
what
me, so-
have I done?
And I also apologize for you putting up with this and thanking you at the same
She
time.
didn't throw any shoes.
No.
Appreciate that. No heckling. Maybe we get heckled every
Big
time.
time.
No.
Make sure you blow Ricky.
And we thank our producer and our crew and our special guest,
Oh,
Justin
for
Red
all
Dog
of us.
McKnight. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, share, comment, yell at us,
All right.
heckle, whatever.
Follow this link.
Bye. And yeah, look for more.
Oh, fuck you.
Thanks, everybody.
Later, dude.